Top 20 Geek Movies. The list includes a competition. Details below. If you have not seen at least 15 of these movies, you can hand in your Geek membership card right now, or you can buy them and join the ranks of the enlightened. So, here are the top 20 Geek movies of all time. Number 20. Pirates of Silicon Valley 1999, Martin Burke. I love this movie. It tells the tale of the start of Microsoft and Apple and has a brilliant cast who do a great job of portraying their characters. Noah Weil, as Steve Jobs, was so good that he was invited to walk on stage at an Apple conference to pretend he was Steve Jobs. The audience was fooled, briefly, and it has become a great moment in Apple conference history. Number 19. Short Circuit 1986, John Badham. Number 5 is Alive. Number 5 of a group of experimental robots in a lab is electrocuted, suddenly becomes intelligent, and escapes. Another brilliant geek movie from the 80s. There must have been something in the water that decade. Number 18. Hackers 1995, Ian Softly. This is my least favorite movie on the list because it is so corny and far-fetched. It hardly gives a good representation of hackers. Nevertheless, it was extremely popular, I think mostly with the Eternal September crowd. Alas, most of us are still waiting for October 1993. Angelina Jolie is probably the only redeeming feature of this movie. Number 17. Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan 1982, Nicholas Meyer. There had to be at least one Star Trek movie on this list, so I have picked my favorite, and it stars the original Captain Kirk. In this movie, Admiral Kirk's midlife crisis is interrupted by the return of an old enemy looking for revenge and a potentially destructive device. Number 16. War Games 1983, John Badham. A young man finds a backdoor into a military central computer in which reality is confused with game playing, possibly starting World War III. This film is a hilarious look back at early home computers. It was so popular it was nominated for 3 Oscars. Number 15. Repo Man 1984, Alex Cox. I can't say much about this cult classic without giving away important story elements, so I will just give you the plot line. Young punk Otto becomes a repo man after helping to steal a car, and stumbles into a world of wackiness as a result. This is a film that is often underrated, but it is brilliant for its time and has aged well. Number 14. Planet of the Apes 1968, Franklin J. I am talking about the original series of movies, not the recent film with Mark Wahlberg. Planet of the Apes is brilliantly conceived and well executed. It makes you laugh, it makes you cry. Glory be the bomb and to the holy fallout. These films will captivate you. Number 13. Alien Quadrilogy 1979, Ridley Scott. Aliens, androids, alien planets, Sigourney Weaver kicking ass, and Ridley Scott directing. Could there be a better combination? Number 12. Akira 1988, Katsuhiro Otomo. A secret military project endangers Neo-Tokyo when it turns a biker gang member into a rampaging psionic psychopath that only 2 kids and a group of psionics can stop. This is, perhaps, the greatest animated movie of all time. Stunning. Number 11. Pi 1998, Darren Aronofsky. This is definitely the weirdest film on the list. It is by Darren Aronofsky, famous for his Requiem for a Dream. The outline of the film is, a paranoid mathematician searches for a key number that will unlock the universal patterns found in nature. What could be cooler than that? Number 10. Office Space 1999, Mike Judge. While this was not a successful film at the theaters, it has become a cult success. Peter Gibbons, thanks to a hypnotic suggestion, decides not to go to work at the same time his company is laying people off. When layoffs affect his two best friends, they conspire to plant a virus that will embezzle money from the company into their account. You must see this film if you have not already. Number 9. The original Star Wars 1977, George Lucas. The most recent 3 films were junk, there is no denying it, but the first 3 were and are brilliant masterpieces of science fiction filmmaking. Number 8. The Matrix 1999, Larry and Andy Wachowski. The first movie of the trilogy is the best and really stands alone as one of the best geek movies ever. There is not a geek who doesn't love The Matrix. Number 7. Metropolis 1927, Fritz Lang. One of the first sci-fi movies, Metropolis is as important now as the day it was filmed. It is the future, and humans are divided into 2 groups, the thinkers, who make plans, but don't know how anything works, and the workers, who achieve goals, but don't have the vision. Number 6. Brazil 1985, Terry Gilliam. To not include a film by Terry Gilliam on a list like this would be a mortal sin. This film is set in a futuristic bureaucracy and features some amazing images and concepts and is an amazing comedy of errors. Number 5. Serenity 2005, Joss Whedon. The plot: River Tam and her brother Simon are hiding out from the totalitarian government that experimented with River's brain aboard the space freighter Serenity. It is really pleasing to see such high-quality sci-fi being produced still. This is a must-see movie. Number 4. Lord of the Rings 2001, Peter Jackson. You knew this would be here, didn't you? This list would be a dismal failure if it did not include The Lord of the Rings. Best of all, it was made in beautiful New Zealand. You knew this would be here, didn't you? Number 3. Spaceballs 1987, Mel Brooks. Planet Spaceballs President Scrooge sends Lord Darkhelmet to steal planet Druidia's abundant supply of air to replenish their own, and only Lone Star can stop them. Simply hilarious. Number 2. Bladerunner 1982, Ridley Scott. Who can hate a film with indie in it? A remarkable film that is sure to excite every geek. The fact that it stars Harrison Ford gives it even more brownie points. Who can hate a film with indie in it? Number 1. 2001-1968, Stanley Kubrick. This film has to be number 1. It has stunning photography, great acting, and a brilliant storyline by Arthur C.Clarke.Any. Geek that does not like this film is not a true geek. Thank you for watching.